Luxury is designed to feel quiet, confident, and unquestionable. A Louis Vuitton bag sells for $2,500. But what if I told you the materials and labor inside that bag cost around $150? And by the end of this video, you'll understand why this pricing works on almost everyone. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. A Louis Vuitton bag sits under perfect lighting, behind clean glass, in stores that feel more like museums than shops. Nothing is loud. Nothing is rushed. Every detail is designed to tell you this object matters. But when you break down what actually goes into making that bag, the numbers change how it feels. Not emotionally, logically. Because luxury today isn't rare. It's everywhere. From Paris to New York, Tokyo to Dubai, the same storefronts repeat the same language. Warm light, silent space, controlled calm. These brands aren't selling bags, they're selling meaning. And more people than ever are starting to ask what that meaning is really worth. Louis Vuitton began in 19th century Paris, long before it became a global symbol. Travel was brutal back then. Trunks cracked, luggage failed, belongings arrived damaged if they arrived at all. Louis Vuitton didn't sell status, he sold solutions. Flat-top trunks that stacked cleanly, stronger materials that survived long journeys, reliable craftsmanship that people could trust. As railways expanded and travel became faster, that trust spread. What started as a practical product slowly became a respected name. And over decades, that respect transformed into something else. As transportation modernized and cities grew, the brand followed the movement of wealth, from workshops to flagship stores, from utility to identity. The bag stopped being just something you used. It became something you showed. Today, most classic Louis Vuitton bags are not made from full leather. They're made from coated canvas. That canvas is durable, lightweight, and efficient to produce. The leather used for trims and handles is solid quality, but it isn't rare. Zippers, hardware, lining, stitching, all well made, all industrially repeatable. When industry analysts estimate the cost breakdown, the numbers consistently land in the same range. Around $40 for canvas and coating, around $50 for leather and lining, around $20 for hardware, around $30 for labor in European factories. Altogether, roughly $150 to produce a bag that retails for over $2,000. That gap isn't hidden, it's intentional. Because Louis Vuitton isn't pricing for cost, it's pricing for belief. That difference doesn't pay for better materials. It pays for visibility, fashion shows, global campaigns, architectural flagship stores, celebrity placement, cultural presence. You don't buy the bag because you studied its construction. You buy it because you already know what it means. High prices create gravity. They signal importance. They filter access. They make the object feel earned. Psychologists call this price-quality association. The more something costs, the more valuable it feels, regardless of what it's made from. Luxury brands understand this better than almost any other industry. They don't compete on function. They compete on perception. Some argue this is justified. They point to heritage, design consistency, and the ownership experience. Others argue the markup is excessive, built more on marketing than craftsmanship. Both views can exist at the same time. Because luxury isn't a scam, it's a system where the story is the product, the logo is the shortcut, and the price is the proof. There's a moment many buyers describe after purchasing something expensive. For a short time, the object feels transformative. Confidence increases. Attention feels different. The world responds differently. Then slowly, the feeling fades. The bag becomes normal, not because it changed, but because the emotion did. That moment reveals what luxury is really selling. Not leather, not canvas, but anticipation, belonging. The idea of arrival. Experts often compare luxury to theater. The materials are the props. The store is the stage. The buyer becomes the main character. Nothing about that is accidental. It's designed to feel timeless, calm, and unquestionable. Once you understand this, luxury loses its mystery and gains clarity. The price no longer feels confusing. It feels strategic. Looking ahead, luxury is already changing. Digital stores are becoming quieter and more controlled. Resale markets are growing, turning symbols into assets. Logos are getting smaller, signals are getting subtler. The system isn't disappearing, it's adapting. And knowing how it works gives you something valuable: choice. Because once you understand what you're really paying for, you can decide whether it's worth it to you. If brands can turn $150 into $2,500 using perception and time, imagine what those same forces can do for your money when they work in your favor. If this helped you see luxury differently, subscribe. The next video breaks down how compounding quietly builds real wealth, without logos, without hype, and without shortcuts. Sources include public industry reports, manufacturing estimates, and fashion business analysis.